What's up everybody, I'm back to make a video here on a much requested topic that people have been asking me of. How do I make my clan and other people's clan descriptions look very professional? Well, there's a very easy way to do that. As you can tell, a lot of people when you normally write a clan description, you're kind of limited to the characters and the line items in the device for either iPad, for either the Apple or the Android. Well, let me show you an example here. So as you can see here, this is a typical kind of clan description that you could have written up in the lines. Well, a lot of the other clans that you may see or come across have them kind of spaced out, looking nice and looking very professional. Well, I can take your clan description looking like something like this and turn it into something like that. So be sure to tune in and enjoy. Welcome back. So you're ready to learn how to make your clan description look professional. Well, I have an easy and free way to do this. First, what you want to do is go ahead and open an Internet Explorer or Google Chrome as well, so just so you can get access to the internet. And what you want to type in is BlueStacks. So this will let you play Android apps on your PC for free. You don't have to pay for it, and you can play games like Clash of Clans on your PC. So go ahead and download BlueStacks. Go in here, follow the steps, click download, and it's a very easy and simple process. Also, another thing I suggest downloading is called Notepad++. So go ahead and type in Notepad++ as well, and then you can download this. It's a very, very easy and simple tool to use. It's kind of like your Notepad, but it's a little more advanced, and whenever you close it down, it keeps whatever you had open even after you restart your computer. You don't have to worry about saving it down, but you can if you like. So once you download both of those, then you will have BlueStacks that will kind of take you through the process, and then it'll open on your PC. And you won't have these applications on here like I do, but all you gotta do in order to get them is go into your system here. Or you can go into either Google Play, or you can just go up in the search bar and just type like Clash of Clans. So if I type in Clash of Clans, it'll take me right to it, right? Or you can click on the little App Center up top there. So if I go back, it'll bring me to the main page, and you have a lot more games that you can play as well on the BlueStacks. So kind of your choice, whatever you like. And then I would also suggest is downloading TouchPal. So you just go ahead and type it in. It'll take you to a separate page here that will open, and then you click Install. I've already done it, so I don't need to do it again. So if I go in here, and if I go ahead and open up a Notepad++, you'll see this is kind of what it looks like. This lets you go ahead and type a description of whatever you like, and then you could copy and paste it into your clan description. So for example, if I go in here, this is an example that I have. As you can see, I'll kind of be more detailed later, but you'll see kind of part of the BFD families for the clan I'm in right now, Punishers. You'll see these kind of weird symbols. This happens when you close your notepad out and then you bring it back. So you kind of have to make a new one in order to do it again, but it's very simple. You'll see later how that works. So if I go ahead and go into Clash of Clans, and then, oh, there's also one other thing you want to do before you go into the main game. You want to go ahead and set this TouchPal to active. So go ahead under here, go under Settings, and then under Settings, you want to scroll to Language and Input under Personal. And then you want to click the TouchPal keyboard, right? So this is going to let you then copy and paste very easily. So we go back into Clash of Clans. You'll probably have to log in and link your SuperCell ID in order to bring it up, bring it here. And so what you want to do is you go into your clan. As you can see, I'll go under here. And what I suggest you do, so let me go ahead and clear this so you'll kind of see what it looks like if I clear it. Okay, so now there's no clan description, well, a little period, but there's nothing there. And what I suggest you do is make a whole new clan just as a testing grounds, because what you'll be doing is you'll be updating this quite a bit and kind of doing a lot of tests. So you might not want to take up a lot of space in your, or kind of spam all these, oh, clan settings have been updated. You'll notice it happens a lot when you're doing this because you got to make it right. So what you want to do is go ahead and open up the Notepad++, and you can go ahead and type in your description. I kind of already have this description here set up, so it's pretty easy for me to copy and paste it, but you can set up however you like. And so what I want to do is, as I was kind of starting typing this, I'm going to remove these characters here. This happens because I went into the emoji characters to bring them over. And if you want to add emojis to your description, all you got to do is go to another Google tab and type in emoji library, and it'll take you to this page right here. And this will let you copy pretty much any emoji you want. So for example, what I want to look up is like an apple. For example, black apple. So I go ahead here, click copy, and then you go into here and you click paste. Okay, what happens here? It comes up with some question marks. Why does it come up with question marks? Because I closed it and then I opened it back up again. Well, how do we fix that? Let's go ahead and copy it, right? And let's create a whole new little tab right here, and then we'll paste it again. Go ahead and back here, copy for the apple, and then we will go into the Notepad here, and then we will paste it. And there we go. Now you will see the apple is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the rest of these that I had. So we had a skull. So if I copy the skull here, let me move that, bring this open. And so the skull was right here. And then we had a bear. And I go ahead and copy the bear. And I move this to right here. You can kind of make it look nice however you like. It's up to you, right? And then we're going to go ahead and copy the skull again. Copy the skull. And then where else did I have the skull? I think I had it at the end, after good luck, like this. So this is kind of how it looked like. Okay, so let me go ahead and copy, right? Copy this. This is the client description that, this is what it normally looked like. But if you want, we're not adding any kind of spaces at the moment. So let's go ahead, and you gotta have co-leader status in order to update your clan descriptions. So you go in here, and when you go in here, this window should pop up because you set TouchPal as your default under the language and input. So this will then let you easily copy and paste it. So what I'm gonna do is, if you do it, you select in here and you do Control. When you go into this one, you select all of it by either doing Control+A, or you highlight it all, and then you go copy, or you can do Control+C, will copy the same thing. You click in here, and then you can do Control+V. It will paste it. Control+V will paste, right? And then this will be the clan description now, and you go ahead and click Save, right? And so what it's going to look like is like a paragraph, right? So it looks a little different on an Android device versus an Apple device. So let me go ahead and make this a little larger here so you can see. So this is what it looks like on Android. Then let me go ahead and bring it up what it looks like on a Apple device. So here's the Apple device right here. So let me go and scroll to Finish Trojan More because that's where it was at. And so this is what it looks like on an Apple device, right? It looks a little bit different on an Apple versus this is Android versus Apple. It's a little bit different, but you'll actually see a lot of differences when we start to add the little spacing in it. And so go back to the BlueStacks here, and then we're like, okay, well, we want to make it look a little bit nicer. How do we do that? Let's go back into the Notepad, and let's actually add a enter space here, right? So after kind of these sentences, we want to do this. So show respect and carefully plan. Okay, to join this, you gotta join the Discord. Here's some streamers, myself, Bone Zeus, and Vision. And then, we want another skull here after this. Didn't see that. So go ahead and add the skull. Okay, so this is looking a little nicer, right? So we go ahead and copy this. So select it all, do Control+C. Go ahead back in this edit, copy, and now paste. Okay, well, did you see that? Did you see what happened? Let's go ahead and delete everything again, right? And notice right under the the clan description that the paragraph will start to delete. Let me go ahead in here and so you can kind of see my cursor. So right here, you'll start to see the paragraph delete itself, right? If you do Control+V, let's go here, Control+V. You see how it's starting to delete itself? That's because it's thinking, oh, it's too long. I can't save this. So how do you get around that? Well, this is where this keyboard comes in handy. So if you delete it all, and then you do Control+V, but you hover your mouse over save, do Control+V, save, and you do it really quickly, then you'll have a little description, right? But then you'll notice some of my description was getting cut off. Well, the description was supposed to be, Punisher's gonna punish with 2 skulls, good luck, and another skull. Well, some of that got deleted. Interesting. how do we kind of fix that to make it show? Well, let's look what it looks like on Apple. So this is what it looks like on an Android device. And now let's go ahead and show what it looks like on an Apple device. So let me go ahead back to navigate to it. So this is how I kind of make it test to make sure it looks nice on each device. So then I go to Finch Trojan War, and then, interesting, this one has spacings versus the Apple devices don't have spacing. So that's just kind of something you have to deal with when you're doing these descriptions. So this has got some spacings. It looks pretty nice, but the Punisher's Gonna Punish was kind of left off. So how do we fix that? So we go back into here. Let's go ahead and add a space and just some random characters like this at the end. Because what happens is it starts deleting the last thing first. So we got to put some extra spaces there so it starts to delete that, but not the one that we want. So let's go back and edit this. You see how it starts deleting itself. We go here, we got to do CTRL+V to paste it, and you got to click save right away. So let's do it quick. So let's see what happened. Okay, so Punisher's Gonna Punish, good luck. But it took out, it still has some of that random stuff there. So that means you gotta keep doing it over and over to kind of make sure kind of you get it set. So you go ahead and do it again. There's an A there. Let's go ahead and try again. Let's see. Okay, there's some of that. So if you see that you still have some of those letters there, you can go back in here, take a few off. So let me take a few off there, because this is what I'm talking about, where you want to kind of make a new clan to do a little testing ground, right? So let's do CTRL+V, go in here. Okay. Oh, I'm missing the last skull. You can keep doing it over and over again, so let's see if the next try will get it. Okay, I was missing the L. Let's try it one more time, but you'll kind of get the picture of what you can do it. There we go. So we got it. We got it in the last try. So as you can see, if we go back in here, you can see updated clan settings, updated clan settings, updated clan settings. This is me kind of testing it out and like trying to make it look perfect, right? And so the thing is, you have to be careful of, you want to make sure all your settings here, anyone can join, invite only, whatever, is set to whatever you want before you do it. Because once you go in here to edit, it starts deleting itself. You have to do it all over again. So you have to be careful. So make sure you have all this set, and then you do it, and then you don't go back to change it. Because if you go in here, like, it's fine. If you don't click save, it'll go back to what it was. Just don't click save, right? You go back in here, it'll start to, so if I go out of it, go back in the clan, edit, it'll start deleting itself. Just don't click save. And then it'll be fine. So this is what it looks like on an Android device. Let's go ahead and look what it looks like on an Apple device. So let's go here, and here's the Apple, and that's what it looks like right there. So you can see there's some nice spacings, right, in the description. So it makes it look a lot more professional when you're doing this. And then you might be interested of like, okay, what if I want like no space between the first two lines and then some spaces? So for example, as you see in this client description that I did, there is no space between the top and the next ones, right? So you can see a little difference here versus there is a space in this one and there's no space in this one. Well, in order to get that, you have to kind of play around with it a little bit more. So let me go back into BlueStacks here and then open this. The way you have to do that is actually you have to bring this. So every time you see there's a line, like a number here, it's thinking a new line item for BlueStacks in Notepad. So what you got to do is you got to go back and then, oh, did it delete the whole thing? Let's go back. Okay. So now it thinks it's one line. And so what you got to do is you got to just press the space bar to pretty much put it on its own line like this. But you can kind of test. You want to use as least amount of spaces as possible, because down here you might run out of room. You can't go on forever. Otherwise it'll start deleting starting at punish or starting at punishers or starting at some before, even at like vision here. Otherwise you won't have the space to do it. So let's go ahead and test this one. Let's go copy. Let's go ahead and edit. And let's go ahead and paste and go into here and see what happened. Okay, so you can see there's the Apple. It's not on its own line yet. So that means we got to go back into Notepad and add some more spaces here. So let's go ahead and add some more spaces. Let's go ahead and test it again. All right, so we go ahead and copy it all. And, oh, let's see. Okay, and then paste it, save it, do it quickly. It's not, so this is kind of where you got to do a lot of trial and error. So let's go ahead and add some more spaces. So this case might be just putting on a new line, but sometimes you want to have the least amount of spaces as possible so that you can save up some room. Let's go ahead and paste, save it. It's not on its line yet, so let's go ahead and try it again. Wondering why it's not on its line. So add some spaces there. and try again. It's not on this line, because if we were to check in the Apple, and we go into the Apple device, you see how the Apple is still there, not on its own line. So let's go ahead and try again. So let's try it again to where you gotta kind of like mess around with it to kind of get it to set right. You do it quickly. VA is not there yet. Go here. See if we extend it out like this. Let's see if that does a difference. So this is just a lot of messing around here. All right, so now it's on its own line, right? So you got the black apple, OSF, WBT on its own line. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what it looks like in the Apple device. It might look a little different. So let's go here. Let's go ahead and make its way down to here. Okay. Finch Trojan War, black apple is on its own line. But then you see Punisher's, punish was kind of removed, right? We don't have Punisher's gonna punish with the good luck like we do here with the skull, right? So that means you kind of gotta do a little more testing to kind of get it set. Maybe I had too many spaces here. Let's delete that, and then try again. Maybe I didn't save it quick enough, right? So we go here. Did I save it quick enough? Well, the apple's not. So you kind of gotta mess around with it. So there we go. Let's try it again here. So now you can see. Let's go and save. Add some either less spaces or more spaces since the apple didn't save on that one. Let's go ahead and try it again. Sometimes you gotta be fast. So you you can't have too much description on there. Normally I've noticed having one line, then the spaces like that, you're not gonna be able to have all right next to one another on a space. If you have a straight up an Android device, you might be able to do it, but if you're limited and you don't, you can do it on BlueStacks here. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, what it looks like on the Apple device. So let's go ahead and check that out. So we go into Finch Trojan War. Okay, the Apple is not lining up as it would on the BlueStacks. So if I go here, see on here, it lines up on the new line. Here on the Apple, it doesn't. So if you're limited and you only have one device or the other, you kind of want to check to see. But if you have the BlueStacks represents what it looks like on Android. If you have an Apple device, then you can check to see how it looks like. So that's kind of how you add the clan descriptions to make it look very professional. This is kind of how our clan description looks, and I don't think there's anything else. You can go in here and add in BlueStacks. You go back to the emoji, the Emojipedia, which kind of gives you access to whatever you like smileys or different animals or kind of flags. You have so many different options you can scroll through. You just click on little icon here, and you click copy, and you paste it right into whatever you like here. So it might look a little weird when you're kind of doing it, but it's a lot of trial and error of setting it up, and then you'll have it all set here. And once you are good to go in your trial clan, leave this clan, go back to your main clan, and just take this information here, copy and paste it, and you should be good. And you don't have to have the full update settings. So I hope this video helps. Might have been a little long, but I believe I included all the steps and necessary kind of applications or things you should download. I'll link everything down in the descriptions. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, if you think it helped, please send me, if you want, send me screenshots of the client descriptions that you made. I would love to see them. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments or feel free to reach out to me. And more than anything, if you like the video, please think about subscribing, and have a great day. All right, take care. Bye-bye.